And that's us live. Morning, guys, girls, and everybody else. You got myself and Andy this morning. Morning, Andy. How you doing, mate?
Morning, mate. You all right?
Yeah, all good this end. So it's a slight change to the advert that we've got going up. That match betting at Royal Ascot 2024. Don't worry, guys. We are still going through the offers with regards to that. We'll show you each way, no lays, lucky finder, couple of the offers that are about as well for worth doing. But as many of you are fully aware, bet builders have become a big issue for everybody currently, especially as it seems to be the offer that every single bookmaker is throwing out there for the Euros at the moment. And a lot of members getting a little bit confused on how to do them, best ways of doing them, etc., etc. So we're going to spend some time once we've done the Royal Ascot stuff that starts today. We're going to spend some time going through bet builders, how to do them, what you're looking for, and the tools that we've got on site to be able to make the most out of those offers. There's a couple of ways of doing bet builders, which we'll go through on how to create the back bet for them and how to create the lay bet for them. But then we'll also might play a bit of a bad cop, good cop sort of scenario with those as well, with regards to doing a bet builder and not possibly laying it due to the fact of the long-term profitability that's there. It's only available for some of the offers that you can do that to make them long-term profitable. But the main thing we will go through is how to do your back bet and how to do the corresponding lay bet for them as well. But we'll kick off with the Royal Ascot um, offers that are about for today. Royal Ascot, one of Andy's favourite festivals of the year after Cheltenham, I believe, isn't it, Mr. Goops?
Yeah, it's got to be number two on the radar, really. Cheltenham being the biggest and best, not only for offers, but I think it's if you ask most punters, most people that they've heard of the Cheltenham Festival. We've got the Grand National, which is the People's Race, obviously, but second to that, really, it's Royal Ascot. Not only because you've got all the pomp and pageantry of all the royals involved, but it's just the sheer high class of the horses that are racing. You really have got the best flat horses in the world running this week, and it's completely different to jumps racing, in my opinion. You've got more chance of a shock 20 to 1, 25 to 1, 30 to 1, 40 to 1, 66 to 1 outsider winning one of these races, especially the really short distance ones, like the 5 or the 6 furlong, races. Because these races are over in a minute. You could have the red hot favourite if he misses the start. That's his game. That's his game done. Really, he's got no chance of pulling 10 lengths back. But like I say, if it's a 2.5 miler over the jumps or over the hurdles, they can make up that distance easy. But in these races, they really are going flat out from the start, anywhere between 38, 40 plus miles an hour. They really are a thing to actually see live. You don't really get the full effect of them in racing when you're watching it on the telly. You only get the full effect if you actually see them coming flying past you live. It really is a great festival.
Yeah, so like I say, it's like Usain Bolt making a bad start in the 100-meter dash. Uh, yeah, he's got a chance of getting it back, but well, he would have done back in his heyday. Probably still could now, actually, the speed of the guy. But yeah, one bad start, and that's it. Theoretically, race is over for them. And already seen over the past couple of weeks, loads of 101 to winners coming in, loads of 50s, 66s, 40s coming in over the flats. And there will be some shocks at Ascot, without a doubt, on that side of things. And this is where the extra place master comes into its own, really, with regards to placing bets on this, especially in the flat season with the higher odd horses. We're just looking at the value that's there, and because of the discrepancy on the way that the bookies have to work out the place odds for these, all they concentrate on is the win odds. They can't affect the place odds at all. So they've got to be either one quarter of the odds, or most of them are 1/5 of the odds for the place. So irrelevant of what they've done with the win odds, the place odds are fixed at those 1/5 of the prices. So that's where the EV can come in, and the each way no lay side of it, which Andy will go through in a minute or two once he's finished sorting the pins out. For
Yeah,
the groups.
I've got one pin up. The one in Maine's up, and I've just emailed them in. I can't get the one. I can't find the one in Newbies. So I can see that we're on YouTube. We're up in Maine, and I don't know what's happened about Newbies, but I've dropped a message in the works chat, so hopefully they'll be able to
Yeah,
get
I,
it
don't,
sorted.
I think there's an issue with Facebook since they stopped allowing third-party streams that you can only post into one group now. But we'll get our tech guys to have a look at that and see if they can resolve it for us while we're going live. So each way no lay, one of the latest crazes, if you like. Well, it's not latest craze; it's been going around for absolutely years, but we've now got the tools to be able to get the best out of each way no lay on the extra place master that's part of the pro tier package. I know Andy's been using that quite a bit recently, so I'll hand you over to Andy to go through each way no lay using the pro tool that we've got available for it.
Yeah, let me see if I can share my screen. One sec. Which one is it? Is that one? Hold on. It's that one.
It's the present button at the bottom, Coops.
Yeah, come on. Select that again. Present. Right, can you see that?
It's just, yep, that's come up now, mate. No problem at all.
All right, because I can't see the screen. It's not giving me the full screen as it should. Hold on. Oh yeah, it can. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just opened up Extra Place Master. The first thing I'll do is I'm going to select the bookie that I want to use. For me today, I'm going to be using my terribly, horrendously gubbed, bashed up Sky Bet, which has taken some real abuse over the years. But this is like one thing we've been saying for donkey's years, and any live that's got me on it, you'll always have me going mentioning how much you can make from a gubbed account, and especially a Sky gubbed account, because they are super generous with the amount of extra places that they offer, and that's not just on a big day like today at Ascot. It's pretty much every day, and it was like over Saturday and Sunday. I got up early Saturday and wanged about 20 each way no lays on, and I did the same Sunday. And then I know a lot of people check up on them as they go through the day. Me, I just tend to check at the end of the day. I can't affect the results, so I'll just wait till all the racing's finished and see how much I've either made or lost. But just over Saturday and Sunday, my bashed up Sky, it said I'd made £298 and pence, just by placing some pretty small or smallish each way no lay bets. And so I'm just going to have a look at the EPM now. And I can see this one here. There's a horse called Naskia Mento, and the actual value on it is 158%, which is ridiculous. And it's one I'm definitely going to take in a second. What I normally do, I would normally take out all the win arbs and press apply. And it's going to take out all the win arbs because you don't want to use a win arb on a good account. But as you can see, that horse is still there, even though I've took out all the win arbs. So this one, I'm just going to back it now. Now it's odds of 67, but they're playing 6 places in a race. And a lot of people would probably look at that and say, well, that horse has got no genuine chance of winning that race, surely just because of the odds of it being 66-1. But as we said in the intro, the horses certainly don't know what odds it is and whether it's supposed to win or not. And we've just been seeing result after result after result where these high odds horses have been coming in. Chris mentioned there was a 100-1 winner last week. The week before there was a 125-1, and then I know there was one in Ireland. I think it was 200-1, which you can expect in Ireland. If anywhere is going to throw out a freak result, it'll be Ireland. But let's just back this one. Let's go to the 1505 at Ascot and see how much they'll let me get on it. So I'll just select that, the 1505 at Ascot. Come down. I know he's going to be one of the high odds ones down here. And I'm going to try and get £3 each way. Now, I'll be surprised if it lets me get £3 each way on it. I know, it's saying 50p you, Tide Devil Sky. But I'm still going to place it. There it is, placed
50p, 50p each way on the battered Sky account. Take it all day long. Really would. It's not going to do anything else at all. So you may as well try and screw a few more quid out of them while you can, Andy. Definitely.
Yeah. Now that horse, that Nascimento, I'm going to get rid of him. Then I'm going to look at the next race, which is I've got another high value one here, which is 122%, which is the Dream in the 1545. Now it's probably going to let me get a bit more on that one, to be honest. So let's just scroll back up and select the 1545. And let's find the Dream. See, all these horses, I almost know these on a first name basis. So no, it's probably not going to let me only get another 50p on this one. Yeah, it's 50p. But I'll take that anyway. So that's 2 each way no lay bets done. I'm going to look for something with lower odds at Ascot. I've got one here that's 112%. That's still fine for me, which is Bower Road in the 1705. So let me just scroll back up and get to the 1705. It's almost like Sky knew I was going to do something on this on a live today, so they've restricted it a bit more. Should be able to get a bit bigger stake on this one. Let's try £5 each way.
So while you're trying that, Andy, so Andrew's putting, so sorry, can I check these are we wouldn't lay. Yeah, we wouldn't lay these bets. It's a long-term betting strategy of doing each way no lay. You really do need an iron stomach for it. You will go through a lot of downswings on there, and you need the bankroll to be able to go through that side of things. But yeah, long term they are profitable because of the value that's there for them being above 100%. Long term, we will make a profit from doing these. So we don't lay these bets. It's the full lay mode that I'll go through in a minute that we do the laying for on that side of things.
I just want to show you. Just going to try and show you the actual screen, the actual Sky screen, because it is letting me get a bit more on this one. So let's go to present. Stop that screen. Present. Share screen. There we go. Can you see that Sky one up there now?
Yep, it's just loaded up, mate.
Right, so there's Sky. So I've selected the 1705, uh, and for Bower Road, at odds of 15. So that's 14 to 1. It's allowing me a max stake of £8.93. If I try and put a bigger stake in, let's say £30 each way. Not that I'd ever do that each way, no way. But it gives me my maximum stake anyway, which is £8.93. So I'll place that bet, and that's £167.88p if it places. If it wins. If it places, I'm going to double my money on that. And that's basically all I'll be doing. As soon as I get off the live, I'm going to take an half-hour break and smash through the rest of the list. Everything that's value, everything that's over 110% for me today. That's all I'll be doing, and hopefully we get a few of the selections land. If we do, I'll be well in profit. I know a lot of guys who have started off doing the each way no lay, and they started off with really small stakes, something like 50p each way, £1 each way, and they've moved up to £2, £3, £4, £5, and they're doing really well just on the each way no lay side of it, because although people say, "Oh, that's just gambling," but we're gambling with the edge, because the extra place master, it's showing us what's about, and it's showing us what's value, and if you keep on following the value, you're always going to win. And I know a lot of mine and Chris's friends, personal friends, they're doing really well on it. It just goes to show you, even with these smashed up gubbed accounts, you can still make a decent return off them. I mean, I've banged on about it for years, but I will keep on banging on about it every chance I get, because a gubbing it isn't the end of your accounts. It really isn't.
No, so it's not just the Sky one either. We found that bookies like Unibet, you might be stake restricted on football bets and football boosts, but on each way no lay, just standard horse racing, you can still get a decent stake on them. Same with Live Score, 888, William Hill. You may find that you're restricted on sort of football or bet boosts or something like that, but each way no lay, it's just having no effects, and you can still get decent stakes on them. So always worth having a check through that side of things on there. I'll have a quick show of the X Place Master on full lay mode. Let me just share my screen. Share screen. So the extra place master on full lay. So this is the more advanced extra place catcher, where we're not just looking at the IO that we always previously used to look at. We're actually looking at the value of the bet itself, with regards to that side of things. So with it being Ascot today, there's going to be quite a few races coming up with regards to that. The thing we get asked quite a lot is that, what market should I be laying the place on? Really, really simple, guys. If you go into the top sports reload offers of the day, and then scroll down to, bear with me, it's down quite a fair bit. The Tuesday Tuesday horse racing extra places guide. You can just click on there, and you'll see all the places that the bookies are paying for today. So 234 places, 6555554s on that side of things. So you can see the bookies and what places they're actually paying now. Now, when it comes to the lay side of the actual placing, where the bookie states they are paying 7 places instead of 4 places, for example, which a lot of them will be doing today. It's the instead of part is where we're looking at the place market being. So that'll be the industry standard 99 times out of 100 on what's being placed. So what we're looking for is placing a lay bet on the win side and placing a lay bet on the instead of part. So 4 places for a lot of cases. Now, the time that you'll be profitable from doing this is if it was let's have a look at the 1505 there, the 6 place that Sky are offering. So Sky are offering 6 places, and the industry standard for that will be 4 places. I'm pretty certain. I'll have a check in a second. But the only time that we'll make a profit is if the horse finishes in position 5 or position 6 within that race. If it finishes in 1, 2, 3, or 4, we'll lose on the exchange side of things. We'll have a win on the bookie, but we'll lose on the exchange side of things because we've laid the 4 places off. And if it finishes 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th onwards, we'll also have the qualifying loss as well because we haven't had a payout from the bookmaker on there. We will just have our qualifying loss. It is only when the horse finishes in those extra places that we will make our profit from this. So any other result will result in a qualifying loss for you, irrelevant if the horse wins or finishes in a place. The only time you may make a slight profit is if you get a bog from it, a best odds guaranteed, where the prices have increased from where you place the bet. But they're a rarity. They're just a bonus, if you like, if they happen. It's not something we put into calculations to work out at all because you just don't know if you are going to get a bog or not on that horse. So if we're looking at Aram in the 1505, beautiful EV there of just short of 120% with Sky. It's got a chance of finishing in the extra place of 17.8. IO that we used previously of 9.71 with the exchange win odd, the B odds of the bookie odds, so odds of 23 at the bookmaker. The win odds at the exchange are 28, and the extra place odds, so its place odds would be 8.8. So all we'd do is click on the calculator. It brings up then what we're laying on each of the bookie, doing it as a £10 each way for it, which would then be a lay odd of £8.21 at odds of 28. So we'd need a liability of £221.67. So we'd need that as a minimum in our exchange account to be able to place this bet. And the place we'd be doing £6.14 at odds of 8.8 for that. So really straightforward. You can just click on Sky Bet there, and it will actually take you. Stop that screen. Present. Straight to that race. So it's taken me straight to the race that's there, the 1505. And the horse was Aran for it. So we just find Aran on there, which will be a little way down with it being odds of 23. It's there. So we would just click on that. We'd put in our stake of £10 each way. I won't be doing this because I've got nothing in my Sky account. The odds have just changed to 19 on that horse. So what we need to do, always away. I'm sure Sky are watching us while we do this at times, right? So what we need to do is just go back to the extra place master, share screen on there. Has that shared? Yeah. And we would just need to close it off and do a quick refresh. And we can see that horse has actually dropped out from where it was. So it's now not worth placing that bet due to that huge odds drop that's happened. with it. So let's have a look at Borough Road in the 1705. Again, we do exactly the same. It take us directly to that page, which I'm obviously not showing at the moment because I'm not on there.
So that's the same horse that I've selected as each way no lay. So you've got it covered for the extra place. I've got it each way no lay. So it hopefully one of us is going to win.
So yeah, it is the same Horsepower Road. So that's I think. So we'd go on. So we'd do the £10 each way for it on that side of things, and then we just click onto its markets is the exchange for this. We can change the exchange over, but we'll use markets for it. Again, it would take you directly to the race markets and directly to the win market for it as well. And it would actually load it directly into the bet slip for you. But for some reason, it defaults the price to 2.0. It is something our tech team are working on. So always click that off and then go back to it and select. And the win odds for it have gone to 19.5, which again has changed. So what we can do on that is, again, I'm going to have to stop sharing, present. Just go back to our calculator and actually just change that over, and it will give us what the new lay stake would be for the win. So it'd be £7.69 on that. As those lay odds have actually dropped, it's actually going to push the EV up for it slightly. So we're at 22, it dropped down to 19.5, so closer match on that, which is always good. And then for the lay plates of it, again, we just click on that and it will take you directly to the place market, and it will take you. Is it taking us to 6? Why is it taking us to 6? For some reason, it defaults to 6 places. What we want is the 4 place market for it. And again, it's slightly dropped. It's dropped to 4.8 from 5. So what we can do is just change that over to 4.8, which will change the lay stake for it as well. And we know it's £7.92 for the lay stake on there. So we would just click on the 4.8 and we put in the £7.80 there. It's a lay stake for it on that side of things. So it will take you through to the direct markets that you actually need for this side of things. So saves so much hassle with regards to trying to find out the right race for it and that side of things as well. So it's a great addition to there. And all we're looking for on the extra place master is for the EV to be, I say, above 105% myself on these. So anything in blue and above for it, absolutely great to be getting on. Sky, as Andy's already said, absolutely brilliant for the amount of places that they do for the races. This week, Ascot Festival, it's massive, so you'll be absolutely fine doing EPs on those healthy accounts as well as your gubbed accounts from that side of things. So absolutely fine doing them on there. And then the other part of the Pro Tools is mine and Andy's combined favourite, which is the Lucky Finder. Absolute beast of a tool that's been added to the Pro software. I think on Friday or Saturday, was it, Andy? We had
Saturday.
One member had 3 winners and a second place horse, and the second place horse was by about half a length or something
Yeah.
stupid, but made £8,500 from one lucky 15 finder. It just proves how powerful the tool is, how the EVs worked out from there. If that horse had won, I think he was on for about 85 grand or something
It was
from that side of
87.
things.
87.
87k from one bet. It just proves the power of there. And I'll let Andy go through very quickly the Lucky Finder, how easy it is to use, and how quickly you can get these bets done and dusted on there.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen again. Give me a little. Give me a tick. So let's present, share screen, and I want to get to extra play. No, Lucky Finder. Lucky Finder. There we go. Okay, so that should be showing. This is showing an old one. As I was playing with it a bit before we came on air. This one would have been perfect. I mean, I doubt it's still value now, but it was 126%. Overall odds 32,000. The only rules I'll stick to for this really is anything over 120%. Odds under 50,000. I'm happy. With this one, you can see the places being played by the bookies because this is Sky. We've got 6 places, 6 places, 4 places, and 6 places, which is super generous. So there's every chance. Even the outsider of the bunch, there's this horse called Columnist, which is 28 to 1. 28 to 1. It's not great odds. They're not fancying it for the win, but that would have every chance of placing. But like I said, this one's half an hour old, so I'm just going to press the search button and try and find something with the 120% that I'm looking for, and then get that one on. Here's one, 143%, but the overall odds are 196,000 to 1. So I'm just going to park that one for now. I'll leave that one alone, and just again, that one's too high for me. But here we go, 122%. Overall odds 15,674. That one I'm going to take. So let me just swap the screens back over, and I'm going to make all these selections. So we've got Mr. Socks, Voyeur, Regency Boy, and Real Gain. So I'm just going to swap my presenting screen over to Sky and see how much Sky will allow me to get on this one. It won't be a great deal, but that's by the by. But it's just showing you how easy it is to place these. So share my screen.
While you're doing that, I'll answer a couple of questions. I've seen the prologue for experienced match besters only. Ideally, it is Gary. You need the bankroll. You need the experience for that. But saying that, the lucky 15s, the each way no lay, can be done by any level of member, but it is recommended that you do have some experience with regards to match betting and that side of things, so you understand how values worked out, what value actually means, and that side of things. So yeah, if you are new to it, probably stay clear of the pro for the time being, but there's always additions being added to it. We've got more sales coming up in the near future, some more tools being added on for it. What's an each way no lay? It's basically just a bet, Ben, where you're placing a stake on the horse to win and a horse and for it and or for it to place in the race, but we're not doing a lay bet for it like we normally do for extra places or the normal bet and gets that we do at all. We are just literally placing a bet, but because of the value that's on the play side of the odds, long term they are profitable to do. It's not a short term fix by any stretch of the imagination. They are long term profitable strategies. So that's just that side of it. Sorry, Andy, carry on with the lucky finder, mate.
Yeah, so let's have a look. Let's try and find these horses. So the first one is Real Gain at 1705 at Ascot. I've already got the 1705 up. So Real Gain, where are you? Just trying to find it. Let's just make sure I got the right horse. 1705. Oh no, that's what I've done. Say, I've got the 19th in there. Right. Let's.
Like tomorrow's meetings.
Yeah. Start time. I want to take the start time to anything within the next 10 hours. If you can see that. All right. I'm just going to whip through these until I find one that's suitable. Right. That one's okay. Okay. So I've got one. I'm going to take this one a little bit lower. Normally I'd say 120, but this one's 119. But I'll just take this one because it is using some of the races at Ascot today, and the overall odds are 17,000. So that, and again, there are offering generous extra places in it, so that's going to fit most things for me. So the first one is in the 1545. Let's go to the 1545, which you can see. Now, the lucky finder is telling me for that one, I want to be picking Emirati Anna, and I know she'll be down the bottom. Good horse, just getting on a bit these days. So, Emirati Anna has been added. The next one, it's saying the 1815 at Ascot, and that's Party Central. So, let's go back up. Ascot 1815. And I'm looking for Party Central, and I know they won't be far down. Okay, that's two legs added. So the next one, I know the next one's going to be a different meeting, which is going to be the 1610 at Catterick. I'm looking for Oso Rapido. Let's get to meetings. Then just scroll down till we get to Catterick, and then I can just select the 1610 and then add in Oso Rapido. There we go. Oso Rapido is actually the second favourite. And all we need in this race, really, it either wins or to finish in the first four, which you would say has got a very good chance of doing so. The last one is the 2045 of Beverley this evening, which is Caramay again, which is another short priced horse. So let's go to Beverley and the 2045. 2045. Beverley, 2045. There she is, or he is, Caramay. Won its last race. Should have a decent chance. And again, because it's only got to finish in the first four. Let's just scroll this down. So lucky 15, there's been a couple of price changes, but I'm going to absorb them anyway. I'm going to try and put £1 each way on. It won't let me put £1 each way on. It's only going to let me put £24, 24p each way. So I'm going to stake that, accept the price changes, place the bet. But even if that bet, even though I'm stake restricted, it's still allowing me on this smashed up account. If all those selections come in, Sky will be paying me the grand total of £3,966. So hopefully that just shows you how much value that this tool can give you. And this is on a pretty smashed up account, on a healthy account, which would be okay to use today because it's televised racing, probably the second biggest festival in the year. It's debatable which one's the second biggest, but I'll probably say it's Ascot. You'll be able to get ones that be returning you 30, 40 grand if you got all four winners. So I hope that's given you a bit of an insight how easy it is to place a lucky 15 each way. It's simply just a case of selecting four horses, scrolling down through the multiple options, and then you will see a lucky 15. It will be displayed on all. I can't think of a bookie where they don't have lucky 15s, because it is a proper punter's bet, and it
Yeah.
really is. You know, it's a hell of a lot of muggier bet than it is by just pricing extra places on your on races. You know, you should be able to keep these going for a lot longer. And as I've just displayed, you can keep them going on these bashed up Sky accounts.
Yeah, and so the main thing with those lucky 15s is do them each way. It's where the value
Yeah,
is in the place part of the bet, not in the win part of the bet, but in the place part of the bet. So we do get members because oh, I've not made any profit from this, so on and so forth. It's not the huge wins that we're expecting. It's the profits of £20 here, £40 there, £30 here, £10 there, and that's what builds up the value. And where you are getting the value from is on that play side of it. Yep, the member that we had on Saturday had an absolute stonker of a win, and they do happen for quite a few members. One another member we had about 6 weeks ago, 4.5 grand from a lucky 15. We've had lots of members with £900, £600, so on and so forth from it. So the money is there to be made, but the main part is on those lucky 15s. Click that each way box because that's where the value is in those place prices. Like I said earlier, it's a hereditary issue that bookmakers have that they can only look at the win odds for a race, and so that's where they're always changing the odds is on the win. The place odds they can do nothing about at all. It has to be 1/5 of the odds, so they don't check them. And because there's so many places that you could actually lay the bet off against, as shown on that extra place one that I did, 4, 5, and 6 places, for them to sit and calculate the what the back odds would need to be on the places for them in comparison to that, and then in comparison to the win odds that they've got, it just isn't worth their time and effort. It really, really isn't. The math behind it all would just be weird, and they just wouldn't have the time to do it. So it's the play side of it that we look at. What we'll quickly look at with regards to the offers today is on the uh, top reload offers. We've got the Tuesday ITV horse racing refunds, and then listed below it, there's a few others that are there, like the Sky Bet risk free, potential free bet for it. But on the racing refunds one, just load that up. ITV races today, it's actually showing all 7 races, which is unusual, but fair play to ITV. We've got live score. Your horse finishes second, third, or fourth in the 15:45. We can do that as just a back and lay on the win side of it and hope that the horse finishes second, third, or fourth to get the free bet from them, or use the horse racing refund calculator and lay the win and the fourth place for it, and lock in a guaranteed profit for it. But you do need really close matches for that. Unibet doing refund as cash if your horse finishes second or third on the 230. Betfred 1505. Fitstairs 1430. Coral one's okay, but your horse has to win the race and be odds of over 6, which makes it a real difficult one to do on that side of things. You'd use the bonus locking calculator if wins for that, or you could is the easiest way of doing it. But the best offer of the day, in my opinion, and I'll just load it up now. Just go back a page,
Sky One.
is the Sky Bet one. Absolute stonker of an offer from them. It's basically it's totally risk free bet because they are returning your bet back to you as cash. They're not doing it as a free bet return. It is back as cash for you if your horse loses today. Doesn't matter if it's second, third. It's if your horse just doesn't win that race at all. And it's the 2:30 at Ascot for that. Really simple to do. For it is you can do it one of several ways. The best way of doing it is just using the standard calculator. Use a horse that's odds of 9 plus, um, really, and just set the calculator to SNR. So it's free bet SNR on there. Put in the stake. Most people, it's £10 cash refund, but it does vary from account to account. So you just put your £10. It's the same as using the bonus locking calculator, doing it as free bet SNR. Put in your back odds, put in your lay odds for it, and it will lock in a guaranteed profit from that side of things um, for you. So it's like using a free bet. So it just should be the normal calculator, back stake of 10 uh, with odds of 9, and let's say the odds were 9.5, for example, and you'd set that to free bet SNR, you'd make a guaranteed £8.43 from that bet doing it that way. Other members will just do this as an advantage play. So they'll do a back on the bet and hope that the horse wins. If it doesn't, they'll get their money back from it. So it's totally risk free from doing that side of things. Long term is a profitable way of doing it. But if you want to lock in that profit for this, just use the standard calculator, set it to free bet SNR, put in your back stake of whatever the refund is that you're getting from there, your back odds, your lay odds, and you will lock in a guaranteed profit from there. It's basically, in effect, doing an underlay on the bet. So you're not going to be losing anything. You are locking in a guaranteed profit from that side of things. So if it's the only one that you can get on today, that would be it's my go-to first bet of the day. Is doing that because it is a guaranteed £8 that you can make from that side of things. So I'll be getting onto that one very shortly myself, the same as Andy when I have a break. And then I'll be looking at some extra play stuff. I'll be looking at each way no lays, and I'll be looking at lucky 15s um, during that break that I have today. So I will literally only spend half an hour on doing these bets. Obviously, because the experience myself and Andy have got on placing bets, half an hour is going to be more than enough time for us
Yeah,
to
plenty of
get
time.
on a good 20, 30 bets doing this side of things. Obviously, the more experience you have, the easier you'll find it. But if you only spend an hour, hour and a half today, you can easily lock in a good 30, 40, £50 just from these refund offers alone, let alone the each way no lay stuff, the lucky 15 side of things, etc., etc. So, absolute stonker of a day to kick off Ascot. It's 4 days it's over, isn't it, Coops? Ascot this
That's
week?
5 minutes. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, no, but then we've got televised racing Saturday, so it's just five
Yeah,
days of televised racing.
happy days. All good from that side of things. So, I'll stop sharing my screen. So that sort of covers the Ascot side of things. If you've got any more questions about Ascot, about the offers, anything else at all, ask us on live chat, ask in Facebook groups, send us an email, messenger, the forums. The forum is absolutely loaded with loads of information on there. And as I always say, we've got the best members in the world that they are so happy to help each other out and give their advice and bets that they're doing themselves and how they found certain offers to do. Just go into the forum, all the threads are in there. Now, as I said at the start, become a bit of an issue over this past week by the bookies, not by you guys, not by us at all, but everybody's favourite, the bookies, throwing out every single Euro offer as a bet builder. Sorry, Andy, I know you're not liking those two words at the moment put together. Been been fury for you and fury for us on live chats as well, from that side of things. But the bookies, as always, trying to test us, trying to outdo us, but us guys here at Outplayed, and especially the offers team, love a challenge. We really, really do. And we've got the best offers calculators that money can buy in Ollie, Pete, James, Rich, that are guys behind the scene that do all of this side of things. And they've created cheat sheets, if you like, for bet builders and how we can be so clever at, again, screwing the bookies over, which I love.
It really did, yeah.
Um,
It has been quite an issue over the
yeah.
last week. And I could see Ben's just put up the bet builders are the bane of your existence. You ought to try being on this side, kid. Spend like 5 minutes doing one to get a 60% return. I've got there's a couple of little hints and tips for this. And the
Yeah.
best one being, if you just follow the link on any of the pages, it will take you to the offer on the forum. If you go in there with a couple of hours to go, and if you go in there at 9 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't expect anybody to be putting up any great matches at that time. But if you go in an hour or two before kickoff, that's when you're going to see our members putting in things like England to win, England to score over 2 goals, England to score under 3 goals, England to score over 1 goal. And I saw that was matching particularly well on the last match. And I think the match was something like 7 to 8.4, which for a bet builder, I just took that right away. There was no point in me faffing around, trying to get a bit more return for it. If I can get £7 from a £10 free bet, I'm happy, and I'll just move on straight away onto the next offer. Because I really don't see why I should spend another 5, 10, 20 minutes just chasing that extra 50p. For me, that my time's better spent just getting onto next offer, getting some more money in the bank, and move on like that. And I know you feel the same way about that as I do, Chris.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, the old saying goes, "Time is money," and with bet builders, it really, really is. But as Andy said, we've got the Euro 2024 thread on the forum, which you can just click on there, and all the offers are listed on there. And the one that's caused a bit of an issue, or not a bit of an issue, that's the wrong way of putting it. The one that seems most popular is the Bet 365, bet £10, get a £10 free bet, which we've got the dedicated thread there for. So you just click on that, and it's for the Denmark England game. And if you just scroll down to the bottom, so just press the 2 arrows there, and then scroll back up, you'll see somewhere. There better be.
Was there a link to the offer?
Yeah, nobody's actually posted a bet for it yet. So obviously, with it being Denmark England being played on Thursday, people haven't really had a look with regards to this. But the main thing with this offer is that you have to opt in to it to start off with. So please ensure you do opt in on the site as shown here. Opt in to it from that side of things, and if you've opted in, you'll get the credits from there. But on this thread, I would probably say from tomorrow onwards, tomorrow night, members will start posting within there. But if you are really, really keen to get onto this offer now, it should be okay a couple of days before doing it. We have in our training guides, going to training, and if you just scroll down and go to filters and just type in builder. That's all you need to type in there and scroll back up a little bit. We have the Bet Builders training guide, which explains what bet builders are, and how you can back and lay them from that side of things. Bookmakers call them different things. Fred call them pick your
Pick your
punt,
punts.
request a bets, build your owns, all sorts of names that they come up for them. But in essence, they're all the same. But the big thing that we have, and Ollie, absolute genius creating this, is the Bet Builder Helper. And this is where it comes into its own. This tool is, aside from the Pro Tools, one of my most favorite things on Outplayed. I absolutely love this tool. It's so simple. You don't have to worry about the bookmakers side of things, even though we do have a list of all the bookmakers that are on there. They're the ones, excuse me, that mainly do bet builder offers. It's the number of selections that we really need to be keen on with regards to this, because there's a lot of criteria. I like that Bet365 offer, um, where there needs to be a minimum amount of selections for it to qualify for the free bet. With the 365 one, it is just three selections for it. So you can just click on the three selections and it'll just bring it down to a lesser amount of information that's on there, filters it down. Now, I personally find, and it's not always the case, it really isn't, but a lot of the time, I find that the correct score lays are actually the closest ones to
Yeah.
do. Um, they just seem to, with bet builder odds for bookmakers, the bookmakers love them to be done because the odds aren't worked out as correctly as they should be, due to rounding of odds and then the multiplication that takes factors into there. It brings out lower odds one than what they should do. But the one that was doing the rounds for the last England game, which seemed to have the best match, was team to win, over one match goal, under three match goals. So we're doing England to win the game, over one match goal selected, and under three match goals selected for it. The only permutation, the only outcome that is possible for that is 2-0 to England, which on the exchange was showing as 0-2 because England were the away team for it. So it's always the home team amount of goals first, away team's amount of goals second. And as England were the away team, as they are again in the Denmark game on Thursday, would actually be laying a correct score of 0-2 on the exchange for that. And it just brings up the best matches that are available for it on that side of things. And people were getting qualifying losses of £1.50 to £2 on that side of things, which is normally a bit too high, but for a bet builder is absolutely fine. It really is fine to be taking a 75% ish, 80% sort of match on your qualifying bet. And the same again then for your free bet that you get afterwards, 60-70% from it. Make that £5 or £6 profit, move on to the next one. And because the bookies are throwing out so many of these offers at the moment, Bet365, Bet UK, Bet MGM, Coral, William Hill,
Yeah, Fred.
Ladbrokes. The list is endless. It really is. But if you just got those six bookies, you make £6 profit from each of those ones. That's your £36 for the day. Done, dusted. In the matter of 25, 30 minutes, something like that. Even if you said an hour. And I always say, if you can make £30 a day from match betting, that's £900 a month. That's just short of 12 grand a year on something as simple as this. But my biggest advice is, guys, is use that Bet Builder Helper. It is a tool and a half. It really is. It makes things so simple to do. The other issue that we're having with bet builders is people are creating their own bet builders, doing things like England to win, Harry Kane to score the first goal,
Adding
7
six
corners in the
corners.
game,
Yeah.
yeah, and 6 cards to be done in. Those cannot, I repeat, cannot be laid off at all. They are just punt bets. You cannot lay them. The only layable markets are the ones that are on that bet builder helper. So please, please, please use that. Flip side to it all,
Yeah.
which some members do, some members don't do, is things like the Betfred pick your punt offer that's currently running for all England and Scotland games during the Euros. The way it's going, there'll probably only be 3 Scotland games because I can't see them getting out of the group after the performance on Friday. England, I think, it'll only be about 4, maybe 5 games after that second half performance on Sunday night for it. But well, the offer's there because it's a £10 bet that you're placing, and you're getting a £10 free bet back if it loses. You can advantage play that if you so wish to do so, because theoretically the bet is only going to be costing you £2 to place because should make £8 back on your free bet. So over it, you've only got a qualifying loss of £2, which isn't too bad a qualifying loss. A lot of people will be taking that on a bet builder anyway. And long term, these are again profitable due to the value that's installed with them because of the cost of what it's really costing you with it only being £2 because of what you get on that. If it was a £10 get £5 bet, not worth doing as an advantage play at all. It's only when the monies match each other that they're worth doing on that side of things. But if you want to lock in a profit for them, lock in a guaranteed profit from this side of things, then that bet builder helper is the tool to use. All the guys are there for it. It is an absolute stonker to use. It will help you through everything um, on regards to bet builders. So please, please, please use that. Save it into your browser favorites so it's easy to get back to at all times. If you are still struggling with bet builders after you've gone through the bet builder guide, bet builder helper, obviously jump onto our live chat, jump into an email, our communications with us. That's no problem whatsoever. We're just trying to make this as easy and as quick for you guys as possible for doing this. And the Bet Builder Helper is the one to use for it. And it's the old saying is keep it simple, stupid. Use the KISS theory for it. Do the simple 3 selections. Don't overcomplicate it by adding in corners or a goal to be scored in the 20th minute or Harry Kane to score a hat trick or anything like that. Just keep it to those absolute basics that are there.
I think one of the things that actually throws people is we drum into them from day one that your back bet has got to be exactly the same as your lay bet. You know, the two have to match up. If you're backing England to win, you lay England to win. So you're essentially saying they're not going to win. This is the only time where it actually differs with these bet builders because the geniuses that have worked out all these different selections of the conundrums and everything that goes with it. We can actually lay all these with one different bet, even though they're all pointing towards the same thing. The one I mentioned at the start and the one that Chris mentioned as well, being that you pick a team to win. So for the one on Sunday, it was like England to win over 1 match goal. So that means they've got to score more than 1. And then it's going to score under 3. So the only amount of goals that can be scored is 2. So what I saw people doing, they were doing England to win over 1 match goals, under 3 match goals, and placing that as a back bet on the exchange instead of doing it as a lay bet. If you just follow everything in that red column where it says lay bet, that's all you need to do for that bet, and all the ones above it. It is just one solitary bet that you need to make. And this is the only time where our advice of you have to back what you like differs from every other single offer that we've got out there. This is the only one that differs for it. But if you stick to that red column, you're not going to go wrong.
It's a really good point, actually, Andy, with regards to Matchbook and the Bet Builder tab that they've got on their site. I'll quickly show it to you guys. Let me just go to the home page. Soccer, isn't it? Bear me a second. Yeah, Matchbook in their absolute wisdom, if you can call it wisdom, have a Bet Builder tab that's on the games now. Do not use this tab. This tab is for creating back bets only on Matchbook. It is not a lay bet function at all. I've no idea why they've put it on there, unless it's them trying to get people to do bet builders on their site for better odds that traders may do. I really, really don't know. But for the love of money, do not use that function at all. It is a back bet function only. It is not a lay bet function and could end up losing a decent wedge of money from it. As Andy has quite rightly said, use the red is the only outcome that is possible from the back bets that you have created on the bet builder side on the relevant row. So yeah, guys, do not use this on Matchbook. I've had quite a few members myself over the past 3 days that have done a back bet, and then I'm trying to do the back bet on Matchbook, and I'm getting this, and like, whoa, no, you've placed a back bet on there, and unfortunately, once you've placed that back bet on Matchbook, there's no way to cash it out. There really isn't, unless you pop onto their live chat, and they may, if in a generous mood, cancel the bet off for you. But 99% of the time, you cannot cash out that bet builder on Matchbook. So do not use this function at all. Just use that red column in the corresponding ways for it. Say the guys in the back office have created that to make it so simple to do. If you're getting a qualifying loss of £2.50 on your initial bet, absolutely fine to do that. And if only making £6-7 back on your free bet, again, absolutely fine to do that and move on to the next one. Don't spend forever and a day trying to do different permutations or spending loads of time doing it. It's just not worth it for the extra 40, 50, 60p you may make from doing so. Just do the as simple as you possibly can with regards to that side of things. So stop sharing that screen. So let's quickly go through one of the questions. What's the best way to make money on Royal Ascot without having the pro subscription? As I said earlier,
Post
the
refunds.
Sky offer is the number one offer to go to. Live score refund, Unibet refund, user racing refund calculated for that. And you can still do extra places using the extra place catcher that's available on the Platinum and Diamond memberships. Still absolutely fine doing that. Just make sure that your IOs are 20 or above, if only one extra place, 15 or above for 2 or more extra places, and make sure your qualifying loss is something that you can handle, is the only real criteria that I used to look for the EPC. EPM has just been a game changer for me now that I just look at the value that's available for it. But if you're not on the pro subscription, Platinum, doing the extra place catcher, use those refund offers that are available, and you should make a good £40-50 today just from those offers alone on that side of things.
I know one offers that's not mentioned because it's not there for everybody, but it is worth checking your accounts. Paddy Power, they do
Mm.
what they call a money back token. Now it's only for selected accounts, and don't ask me how you get selected, but I've got it. And
Yeah, I have on mine.
they do tend to give you £10 free bet refund every day on any race of your choosing, as long as it's got more than 8 runners. And I think it's second, third, fourth in it, Chris.
Yeah, it
But
is 2, 3, 4.
yeah, that's been a real money spinner. You know, you can easily pull £40 a week in profits just from having that offer on your account. So it's one to look out for. And the best way of finding it, if you just go to the home page, if it's not displayed on the home page, if you just click horse racing, you'll see it up there in the banner with a little yellow token. All you got to do is opt in, and you have that. You can have that every day. Well, it's near enough every day. I think they do it 6 out of 7 days.
Yeah. I don't know if you've got it on yours as well, Andy, but I actually got a £5 free bet for Ascot from
Yeah, got it.
Paddy
Yeah,
today as well. So, yeah, they're just throwing out free bets for you to use on Ascot. So, just a nice, dead easy back and lay on that, make a £3.50, £4 profit from Auntie Pat, well, Uncle Paddy, Auntie Paddy, whatever she wants to be called
yeah.
these days.
Um,
And
me and Chris, we're not paid employees by Paddy, but they really are one of the fairest bookmakers out there. I mean, there's so many times where they'll do a justice refund if a horse doesn't leave the stalls correctly or a player's injured in a football match. Uh, they are a damn good bookmaker. It's one of the ones to look after in it.
definitely. And they're one of the funniest bookmakers as well. Their posts on
Yeah,
Facebook and Twitter, social media are absolutely brilliant and just makes me like them even more. But the main thing is that they are by far the fairest bookie out there by a long shot. They'll look at the justice refunds. Amount of times that a horse has gone into a stalls and it's not started the race, but the bookies haven't classed it as a non-runner. But Paddy have gone, meh, that horse ain't running anywhere. We'll give you a refund back for it. Brilliant. Cheers for that, Paddy. And they're just so fair with everything they do. They are the people's bookmaker by a long way. I do love Paddy for that side of things.
yeah. Like you said, they are funny on social media. But if I met him at Cheltenham races, I'd buy him a pint of Guinness.
Oh, without a doubt, really would do. So no problem. So the last question that we've got just started. How often do you have these webinars? Very useful. Thanks for that, Gary. We try and get one of our lives in every single week. Normally try and do it on a Friday, but obviously with Ascot starting today, we've jumped onto these. But we do have all the previous recordings available on the forum as well. So if there's a topic that you may think that you need a bit more information of, we have done Facebook Lives for most things over the past 12, 18 months. So they're all on there for you to view. But I'm just glad that you found it sort of very useful and handy to watch, Gary. And if you need to, you can just rewatch it back in an hour or so. The live will be available to rewatch, so no problem on that. If you could have put up with me and Coops for an hour again, more than happy to rewatch it.
You say you covered most things, or we've covered most things. I can't think of a single thing that we haven't covered in immense depth and in immense detail. From advanced casino down to basic casino, horse racing, refunds, football, two ups. We've done a lot.
Yeah. I think we have over the 18 months or so of doing these. I think we've covered every basis. Well, obviously, there's always sort of refreshers that come through. Obviously, like bet builders, we have done bet builders before, but obviously, the amount of bookies that are throwing this offer out this past couple of weeks, it was really, really important to get this over to you guys from that. So, apologies that we sort of steered um, away from the title of today's live being the match being at Royal Ascot, but hopefully we covered enough at the start for you on that, and then got into the bare bones of what is causing so many problems for so many members at the moment on the bet builders side of things. So I haven't got anything else to add, Andy, unless you have at all, my good friend.
No, I'm just waiting to get off air so I can run downstairs and start smashing through that Sky account. I want to hit every possible each way no lay value I can in an half-hour break. So I should be able to get like 20, 30 on. No
Yeah,
sweat.
no problem.
Get a couple more lucky 15s on. And keep my fingers crossed. I hope it's a good day of racing. And if you are doing lucky 15s, I wish you all the best of luck. If you do get anything bigger than that 8.5 grand win, then you'll be the new leader. And if you're doing a bit of each way no lay, I wish you the best of luck with that. The horse refunds, they're nice and simple. They're going to take a minute or two to do maximum. Hopefully, I'll be getting a couple of seconds, couple of thirds, and locking in, as you said, locking in that easy 30, 40, 50 quid of profit today. And then fingers on tops for a couple of each way no lay winners or 4 places in that lucky 15 would do me very nice.
Be all happy days. And so, yeah, be the same for me as well. Once I come off, guys, we're taking a quick break. I'll jump on some each way no lays, get me Sky Bet refund race done. Probably have a look at some bet builders offers myself for today on that side of things, and then I'll get my other screen on ready for the horse racing this afternoon. I'll probably split it with the. There's a football. Is there a 2 o'clock kickoff today? Or
Yeah,
is it 5
I
o'clock?
think it's 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock, I think.
8 o'clock. So I might stick the football on in the background this afternoon as well. We've got Turkey, Austria, and Portugal playing, haven't we today? Ronnie playing at some point today. So
Yeah, how old is he now? Is he 38 or 39?
something, yeah, he's in
Getting on.
late 30s and
His
just
body
keeping
does
on
annoy
going.
me. How can he be that fit?
I was never that fit in my prime at 17 or 18, so let alone in my 30s.
Every time he takes his shirt off, you just think, yeah, show off.
Yeah, one for the ladies, that one, mate, definitely on that side of things. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap up, guys. Wish you all the best of luck over Ascot. Um, keep us posted with your each way no lay wins, your lucky 15 wins, and the profits you've been making over the week. It's always great to read those stories and keeps us ticking over. So, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from me. I'm off to practice what we preach. And I do wish you all the best luck and see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Take care, guys. Bye for
Bye
now. Bye.
bye.